We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Stephen Jack Pizzola.
and I'm Jill DeWitt, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2227. Today, Jill and I are talking about mailing smarter, thinking bigger. The 2025 Investor Reset you didn't know you needed. I didn't come up with that title, but I like it.
Thank you. I did, but I had help. That's good. You know, mailing smarter, thinking bigger. I mean, I think a lot of people are looking for a reset. They're not sure what to do. I see it a lot in social media, and I'm hearing it in our community, and it's been going on. You know, there's always ebbs and flows in every business. And then sometimes when there's a dip, people are like, oh no, it's over. The sky is falling. No, it's not. I promise. Again, we've been there before, and you brought it up beautifully the other day on our member call. Jack said some version of, you think this is bad? You should have been around in 8, 9, and 10. Like, that sucked. But we got through it, and we did it, and we pivoted, made a bunch of changes, and that's what we're doing right now. I almost think this is a baby dip. This is a baby.
Yes, that's what I think,
This
Jill.
is a baby hiccup. This is a hiccup. This isn't a dip. This is a little, hey, so you guys know how to adjust this. You're learning it all right now. So who knows, 10 years from now, when there's something major, you're going to be like, I got this. Because,
that's what I think.
And I made a point with this the other day, but think about investors, think about, stock markets and things like that. Everyone knows when there's changes and upset and things people aren't clear, they don't know what's happening, that's when fortunes are made.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Buy low, sell high is the middle name of what the business we're in.
Yep.
And right now, it's really easy, much easier than it has been in the past, to buy property really inexpensively. It's way harder to resell it.
Unless it's low.
If it's super low and you want to resell it now, you're still not going to get what you would get 5 years from now.
No, and that's
I'm
okay.
not advocating that. I'm just saying that's what it is. And so some people buy a stock, this is a great example, and resell it the next day or the same day, day traders. Some people have a long haul view on I have a ton of friends because of my age that have $1 million worth of Apple stock because they bought an Apple computer 15 or 20 years ago because they liked the product, bought the stock, and now they have tons of. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. However, what the point to this is, however you've been doing it, and it's probably changed. You're probably not real happy about it, so make some changes.
Yep.
Today is all about thinking bigger. This entire week is about markets, mailers, and a mindset. These are things that you have to rethink in 2025 for the rest of the year, and probably and we'll enjoy this. Yeah. Whatever you're rethinking, you'll enjoy it for a while until it changes again.
Yep. Each
day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum. Take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Kelly wrote, can anyone answer what percentage of deals that come through your mailers that meet all of the requirements for the money borrowing? Do they come as a lower percentage or in waves or fairly consistent? I have to rethink this. What percentage come through your mailers that meet all the requirements for money? Oh, I see what you're saying. To get a funder. Is that how you read that?
Yeah, you want me to answer?
Well, hold on a moment. Not yet. I didn't ask that question.
I choose the titles and the questions and the whole thing, so I know what's happening before we turn the camera on.
So Kelly's
everything. All you see every day with Jill is just getting blindsided.
I am blind. That's right. That's exactly right. Thank you for that. That's so true. Like, Jill, are you not prepared? Nope. I wing it. So I have to read it again. All right. So she's just saying, hey, I want every deal to be perfect so someone else is going to fund it. All right. How is it going to happen? I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. What do you think?
I saw an interview with Barry Manilow one time. This is a lot of years ago.
This is hilarious.
And the guy asked this question. There must be songs that everybody wants to hear and every concert that you play that you feel like you're probably going to vomit if you have to sing that song even one more time. And he reeled them off, starting with Mandy. And I feel, as a listener, I feel like vomiting when I hear Mandy. This question, which is an offshoot of how many mailers does it take to get a deal? That's this question.
This is
That's
many
how I
licks
feel.
does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
This is my Mandy.
Yep. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on you, Kelly. It depends on your business partner, if you're great at pricing, if you can answer the phone, some version of how Jill does it. There's a little bit of luck. Whether you're mailing Alaska, Hawaii, Michigan, I don't know. I don't know.
I just gonna say there's no rhyme or reason to it, because you might have
Mandy. 10.
You might have 10 going, holy moly, what just happened? Because that could happen.
Yep.
I've had that. I've had signed things come back. I'm like, holy cow, what just happened? We're buying them all.
I probably have 50 examples of us sending mail out and having somebody call us and say, whether it's the heir or the actual 90-year-old man who's been collecting mail land his entire life, saying, you know what? I liked you guys. I saw you on the internet, and I'm going to sell all my property before I die so my kids don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me an offer and we'll put something together? So on a 2,000 unit mailer, and I bought 48 properties from old man X. You can't do the math on that.
Remember the guy that called because his dad had passed on and bought many properties from you? He's like, look, my dad loved you. He bought all these properties from you. I have no use for them now. Can I sell them back to you? You know, work out some kind of a deal. That was lovely.
This is, I'm not picking on you at all. But if a new fisherman came to an old fisherman and said, how many times do I have to drop my line in the water before I catch a fish?
Good.
The old fisherman might say, well, are you ocean fishing or lake fishing? Are you on a boat or on a dock? Are you 20 miles out? Or are you just did you wade out? Are you fly fishing? Are you saltwater fishing? Are you using lures or live bait? And on and on and on. That's how I answer this question.
Well, and then it comes back to you do everything perfectly like the fisherman did yesterday and they're just not biting today.
Luck.
That could happen.
So you have to some extent, enjoy the process of all this to reap the reward. If you just want to know when you're going to get, if you do a 2,000 unit mailer, when you're going to get your $1,000 back and when you're going to get your Ferrari, this is absolutely not the business model for you.
Enjoy the process.
No, nothing personal, Kelly. I'm glad you asked the question. I truly did. But this is more not for you. It's more for everybody else. There is no way to quantify this, even though we're going to answer it next week.
Do you still enjoy the process?
I enjoy, we just talked about this. There are certain parts of all of this, just like probably Barry Manilow, that I really enjoy. There are some parts that I don't enjoy. However, we've been doing this long enough and made enough money where we can now have people do the parts we don't like. I hope you feel that way. Do you?
I do.
Is there anything that you really don't like to do? Either at Land Academy, what's your Mandy?
I was hoping you would ask.
What's your Mandy at work and at the home?
My Mandy at work is, please don't think I'm your tech support.
Oh, my mouse doesn't work?
Yeah, I can't
or
do
the
that.
website's down?
And I have to do that sometimes. Like, people look to me like, well, whether or not I know, you shouldn't be asking me. So it is not tech support Jill. That's not my name.
I saw, I'm going to let you to answer the next question, but I saw an interview a million years ago with Bill Gates, and he said, I just got off the phone with somebody who's not enjoying their experience with Windows 3.1. He's like, do you think I should be doing that?
Exactly. That is the funniest thing. I love that. Okay. And at home, I hate anything surrounding meals and food.
What is it?
Meals and food is my Mandy.
Yeah.
It's like, here we go again, another meal.
You mean making it, not eating it?
No, I like eating it. I like eating. It depends on what it is, though. I'm a foodie. So,
Yep.
well,
I'm not.
exactly.
I ate beans out of a can yesterday. Truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And you go to the garage and have sardines sometimes.
Because Jill can't stand the smell.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is what she said to me recently. You know how you really like the garage and you go out there and eat food and stuff and have a beer?
Yeah.
She said that's not normal. I like to go outside in the backyard.
Mine's the backyard.
And look at bunnies and stuff.
I do. And he just sits in the garage. Granted, it's a pretty garage with stackers, but
Our garage
it's
is
cool.
my favorite room in the house.
I know
What are we talking about today?
I know.
All right. So today's topic is called Mail Smarter, Think Bigger, 2025 Investor Reset You Didn't Know You Needed. Oh, that's how we got on this. You don't know what you need, Jill.
I don't know what I need? Holy cow. Is that what you just said?
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
If you've been married for a long time, your wife has said these things to you. You don't know what you want. I know what you want.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. This is what I think you need today.
The topic today is I want you to think bigger. So we've covered this all week. You got to send out more mail. You have to rethink your markets and microscopically look at them based on your past performance there, based on what the market indicators are selling you. There's way more houses selling over here at this price than there is over here. Let's focus on this little mini market. And to justify this extra work and extra expense, you need to buy and resell larger properties, dollar-wise, not size-wise. And all the research that's associated with, Jill has been calling it for as long as I can remember, adding a zero. If you're buying properties for $2,000 and selling them for $5,000, I want you to consider buying them for $20,000 and selling them for $50,000.
Can I talk about that for just a few minutes? That was fun when that topic came up. There were a lot of people who are like, you get comfortable, you get in your zone. I can buy for $2,000 and sell for $5,000. I can do it again and again and again and again. I'm like, okay, this is great. Now, do you want to do 20 of those this month? Or let's think about this. What if you do the same amount of work? Okay, yep, Jill, you got my attention, and you just add a zero. Instead of doing 10 more deals, you do the same number of deals, but with a zero. What? Yeah, you're buying for $20,000, selling for $50,000. Well, shoot, does that work? Heck yes. And to my point, and it's scary at first. I remember this was a couple years ago. I remember a lot of people were going like, oh, there were a group of them doing it together at the same time, making that transition. And then when they did, I said, by the way, it's even easier. What are you talking about? And this is true. Those buyers who are coming to you to buy a $5,000 property are very different than the buyers for $50,000 properties. What? Yes. For whatever reason, and it just makes sense. The $5,000 buyers are the ones that have a lot of questions. They need to budget the taxes. Even though it's $70 a month, they have to budget that. They're scraping together the $5,000 and with having a big yard sale or who knows what, because that's all that they have to afford this property, versus the $50,000 person. They're ready for it. They're professional. They don't have those questions. And let me run this by you. Think about the $500,000 buyers. Then it's even easier. They are really professional. The only calls they're calling to ask is, hey, before I move this money around and move it out of this account into this account so I can wire you and close this deal, is it still available? And can you answer this one question? That's it. It's so much easier and way more
It's
fun.
easier. So let me paint a picture for you, Jill. I completely agree.
Thank you.
You send out a house mailer in a market that's really hot. It's hot, meaning it passes a red, green, yellow test with flying colors. Every property that gets listed under a certain amount, under the break point in the market, gets sold within a week. Every single one, regardless of quality, as long as it's, got a
3
couple.
bedroom, 2 bath, garage, whatever.
As long as it's not.
There's
It's
certain
the logical
criteria.
stuff. 3 bed, more than 1 bathroom. It's on a rational size lot.
The data tells you.
The data will tell you. Exactly. And the data tells you that the break point in the market is $400,000. Everything below that, sells quickly. The further you get away north of $400,000, the longer it takes. And then if you get past $500,000, all bets are off. We're not sure. So now you know, in a micro market like we were talking about yesterday, that if you buy a house for what the statistics Jill just said, 3, 2, 4, whatever, 1,800 square feet or more, and you list it for more than $400,000, you know exactly what's going to happen. You will sell that property within a week. So your job in life becomes to buy properties there for $300 or $320, or maybe if you're crazy, $340. They're out there.
Because it happens so fast.
They're in there.
And it's predictable.
They're in your data sets on your desktop. They're in your data set. They're in there. They just need to be contacted, reached with mail, and then they need to be talked to by you in a manner, that way that Jill communicates with sellers.
Right.
So now you're making $80,000.
Yeah.
Or $40,000 or $60,000 or whatever you decide. Does that sound easy? Because it's very realistic.
Oh, totally. Very.
So now you're taking all the guess. You have a crystal ball. You know what's going to happen if you do that.
That's the key. I have just 2 little points to make to wrap it up for me, which is mailing smarter means dig a little deeper in the data. The data always tells you what to do. The data always tells you what people are buying. The data always tells you where to send mail and what size and what attributes that fly off the shelf, whether it's a house or just land. It's in there. And then number 2 is, because it's 2025 and you got to think bigger with numbers. Not only, you remember, you're thinking bigger with these sale prices because you're going bigger with your mail prices. That's the end goal. Jack, we've talked about a lot this week. What the volume he used to get with a real little amount of mail is very different now. So you need to make the prices count to justify sending out that volume of mail. You cannot send. I still talk to people right now, halfway through 2025, that are sending out 1,000 units to one area to test it. Not going to do it. 1,000's not going to do it.
You'll be disappointed.
Yep, you're not going to get the volume.
First of all, it's not. I wouldn't even call it a test. It's not a test. It's a mission to fail.
Sprinkling feelers.
You're dropping your line in the water
and pulling it out
one time.
Yeah.
With a vacant hook on it, no bait, and good. Expecting to have a career in fishing.
There you go.
Based on that one shot.
Yep. You need to do, I'm going to say 3,000 to 5,000 is a test.
Easy.
That's a test.
And maybe multiple markets.
Yeah, there you go. But multiple markets of 3,000 to 5,000. Don't say 5,000 and I go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, and then again, and if you're new and you're starting out like, oh my gosh, I don't have the dough. You're going to build up to it. Get those, save up till you have enough to do a good mail. Like we just said, don't waste anybody's time, like yours. Have 3,000 to 5,000 units going out, and then it's going to grow and build and get into a system.
Oh, but Jack, I'm not putting up any money up front. I'm starting a business. I'm not going to put up any money up front. I want to get money back. Think about that.
Yep.
That's not how it works.
Nope.
Join us tomorrow where we discuss the mindset shift of 2025, why the old ways of land investing won't work anymore. We've been talking about that all week. We're going to recap tomorrow. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.